Yes. Yeah, names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses. Some of them like to be contacted. We send out a menu. We deliver on Monday and Thursday. So Monday morning, everybody on Monday's delivery gets we call it menu and musings. You know, just a little bit of farm info for the week and what they're getting in their basket that day. I usually put a couple of hyperlinks in for a couple of recipes. Like if we're taking somebody butternut squash for the first time that year, I'll link them to a recipe. I would love for it to get much better. You know, printed recipes, the web page. If you need butternut squash recipes, there's 6 or 8 recipes. They're all on there. But all that has to come back and we grow enough food and make a living on it.
Do you have to have insurance in case an accident happens? Do you have it?
Yeah, we've got a $1 million farm liability policy on the location in Buffalo Gap that we're coming off of this year. We've got a $1 million farm liability policy on the property over here. You know, that's New Farm Bureau, and we're trusting that they were really, when we came to them and asked for insurance for a naturally grown vegetable farm, they're like, there's no crop insurance for us. If you grew 6,000 acres of cotton, you can buy crop insurance. You can't buy crop insurance for 3 acres of high quality vegetables. It doesn't exist. You know, you put up greenhouses, you can insure the structures, but you can't insure the food inside them. But yeah, to further kind of answer that question, I'm really involved with those people. A lot of our home delivery clients, I have dinner with them. Yeah, I mean, we got a couple that I've never even seen. They signed up online. The lady in Merkel, her name is Sharon Torres. She lives in Anson.
She's a doctor.
She's a nurse practitioner in resource care. I had never met her. And then she said, hey, I'm having knee surgery next week. I said, okay, I'll just bring your basket to Anson. She's like, what? And I said, no, you had knee surgery, you're down and out, you need to eat this food for recovery. So for 3 weeks, I drove her food to Anson. And I'm not trying to, that's just the kind of things that we do. That's a long ways out of the way, but she had knee surgery. We're family. It's called Hogaroo Family Farms for a very visceral reason. I don't want to participate in life anymore without people that I'm not meshing with and kind of familiar way. I'm too old.
So are your deliveries after work hours or?
No, on Monday, I leave the house. Monday, I leave the house about 10, and so everybody that's not home, there's been a lot of work put into it. Coolers on the front porch with freezer packs in them. I have keyless entry codes to houses. I go in and put baskets on the kitchen counter. We don't sell eggs and grass-fed beef. Josh, because of liability issues, sells eggs and grass-fed beef as well. I go in and put everything in, whatever they want. This is a high-end delivery service, okay? If you're gonna trust me to come in your house, everybody's got a camera anyway, right? If you're gonna trust me to come in your house and you want me to put your beef in the freezer and your Swiss chard in the crisper and your squash on the counter, I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna do it over and over and over again until you tell me you don't want that service anymore. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to deliver until they've got the same passion I've got about it. You know what I mean? It's my life. I don't have an income if I don't grow vegetables and provide that delivery service. I want people to eat it. Whatever, I get text messages daily. What do I do with this? And they'll snap a picture of what they're wondering what to do with it. I'll go drop them some links via text message. I have a struggling mom who was really, really struggling with a new kid. She was stressed out. Her breastfeeding experience wasn't going good. I walked into the house one day and she was just in tears. I said, what's the matter? He said, I don't know what to do with this food. So I literally spent 45 minutes with her, showing her how to chop everything, putting it in freezer bags, labeling it, and putting it in her freezer for her where food didn't go waste. That's what it takes to get people eating healthy. Is what it takes. Whatever I've got to do to get this food on your plate and get it in your mouth, because once I do that, you're done. You start eating this food, you'll never go back unless you just can't afford to.
How long can you freeze certain foods?
Oh, a year. Yeah, well, like right now, we've been taking people baskets of peppers. I don't know if y'all have ever grown a garden, but bell peppers, Anaheims, jalapenos, shishitos right now that didn't freeze last Saturday are blowing up. And so people are like, what do you do with all these peppers? You chop them, you put them in Ziploc bags. So now when you make some fajitas in February, you've got fresh, garden fresh peppers. And so, yeah, there has to be, again, I don't think that all the home delivery partners are just, it's kind of, this is something that they are. They are concerned about the quality of their food, and they are going to take a stand to eat it. It's just not something they do, if that makes sense. Those relationships have been hard to find. I need 80, right? 117,000 people. We need 80 families. We've got 37. You talk, so it's a niche. It's a niche of people in this area who care about what they put in their body. That's a niche. It's a further niche of people that care that that food is grown and produced locally with the absence of harmful chemicals. So we're marketing to like 3% of the population. Very slim, very slim. So coolers on the porch, whatever it takes. But yes, I used to try to do the route to the home delivery partner's convenience, and that got, when you're trying to satisfy everybody, it got too crazy. So we had to have a regimented delivery time. Now it's plus or minus 30 minutes, because if you need me to come in and help you chop squash, I might be 30 minutes behind. Everybody knows that. It's not you're not tracking it on your phone, y'all. Josh just dropped your back. Could it get to that? Sure it could. Is somebody, any of y'all want to come do that app? We want to have an app someday. With the store down here, we're trying to get the city to sign off on. Have any of y'all ever driven through Eskimo Hut? Okay. They got folks there.
Cigarettes, candy.
We want you to go and build on your phone. Push notification. Uber Eats inventory is uploaded. If you like our food, you're not part of the delivery service, okay? You can't afford that, or you're a college student who goes home this summer, it doesn't work for you, whatever. We want you to be able to select 4 or 5 items, build your $20 basket, pay for it. Hey, I've got basket number 61. You pull into the store, one of these young men we're working with. Hey, Miss Smith, how are you today? I've got basket number 69, Levi. Boom, sit in your front seat. We don't ever want to take you out of your car. We got to meet the customer the partner where they're at. They're already customers of home delivery from HEB or Market Street. They're already getting HelloFresh or Blue Apron. It's going to be a mix of these people who've taken that stand for home delivery, and it's going to be a mix of people who have a fledgling interest in local produce who will come right here in the middle of town. It's all about location. One of my best friends has a marketing business. He said, dude, so HEB's the biggest grocery store in 150 miles, okay? So we're talking Haskell to Coleman, Cisco to Sweetwater. It's about 300,000 people, 320,000. 70% of them say they shop at HEB once a month. 70% of the people in that whole diamond come to HEB once a month. Come to Abilene once a month. 70% of that 70% shop at HEB. So it's reasonable to think that if we educate the customer or partner that we have a farm fresh store 2 blocks from HEB, it's reasonable to expect that they'll come buy produce from us. The ones that care about local produce. I mean, from a location standpoint, we couldn't have struck better pay. It's on a residential street, but Box Florist is on a residential street, they do good. And there'll be a little bit of an education process for that, but I'm excited about that. I'm selling produce out my front yard, y'all. I mean, literally, people are so hungry for this food that they come park in the street, they walk up to my front yard, and my front yard is a construction zone because we're installing a processing and distribution area in my front yard that my wife and I have paid for. No permits, no nothing. No, we haven't asked the city. It's like we're going to ask for forgiveness, not permission, right? Because we have to do it. And people have walked in my front yard, and we've got white plastic tables that are clean, and you pour that produce out, and they're just fascinated. They're fascinated. I can't believe how many people had never eaten farm fresh food. And then they go home and literally, I've got my best friend for 30 years, has been making fun of me for 12 years. He's highly successful, he's a millionaire. Wife's got a new Escalade, he's got a new Power Stroke pickup, but he's always broke, right? He's just been clowning me, man, this is stupid, I can't believe you're doing this. Then I walk in one day and his wife's like, damn, how much weight have you lost? And he's big, okay? And so he finally signed up for home delivery this year, finally. Stroked a check for $1,200 in December. I don't know why I'm giving this to you. First delivery of the year. I take this righteous bag of mixed greens, baby spinach, baby lettuce, baby red Russian kale, probably retail value of a $15 bag of greens, right? Put it on his counter for him. I'm in bed by 9 usually in the summer times. I get up like at 4. My phone rings at 10:15. I look at my phone. I'm like, okay, he must be stuck in a ditch, or he must need me to come help him. That'd be the only reason my phone will be ringing at 10:15 at night from this particular individual. I pick up the phone. Dude, did you know a salad could taste like this? I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you for the last 12 years a salad could taste like this. He's lost 40 pounds. 40 pounds since April. And all he's done is eat more vegetables and he's more full. Lots of fiber, keeps you full for longer. It's not like some crap food running through you and you're hungry 2 hours later. It's real food. Real food keeps you real full. So I can't make that kind of stuff up. 40 pounds. His doctor's been on his butt for 6 years. His wife's been on his butt. He's like, I have so much more energy. My shoes last 6 months now instead of 4 months. I mean, on and on. So when I get stuff like that, man, I feel like I'm walking clouds.
Alrighty, well, it's 8 o'clock, which is their quitting time.
Cool.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm still strategizing about what their class project should be. I do want them we've been practicing doing process flow diagrams. So is it okay if we, through me probably, so that way you're getting one set of questions versus 6. Ask you more questions about your accounting processes?
Sure.
All right.
Sure, it's pretty much, and I hate to use the term, it's an open book, but it is. I have no problems with anybody really. I mean, as a nonprofit,
Yeah.
by law, it would be hard for people for us right now to open our books to somebody, but more than willing to. I know it's behind, I know this. I have been trying to get into an accountant for the last 3 weeks until I was politely informed last week that, hey, do you not realize I have a second tax deadline? October 15th, so I'm trying to get a meeting with an accountant. I'm trying to include that budget for accounting services into the fundraising we're gonna be doing the next 60 days. And really, I found out we had a lady keeping our books, and I asked her dad, I said, hey, where is 2016 and 2017's income tax return? She said, I have extensions filed. So it needs work. It needs probably $10,000 or $12,000 if we're paying. That's what I learned accounting costs is $150 an hour. I have a friend that's a partner in Conley and Company. I called her and she said, Josh, you're probably talking $8,000 to $12,000 to go back and catch everything up. That's a lot of money. So basically the $4,800 a year from 2.5 years ago, that bill's now due. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's now due. But it wasn't there then, I don't, but that's what I would like to do, is I would like to, as an organization, I would like to hire somebody, give them the QuickBooks login, give them all this stuff and say, do what accountants do, and let me farm, let me mold these young men, because, it's hard to do something you're not passionate about.
And you need to pay them in vegetables.
Well, that's tough. Trading is tough right now because we're comprised of multiple farms.
Yeah.
So unless we took that farm's accounting and payroll, and I don't know. But yes, I would be willing to do whatever. And somebody said, man, you probably have to sit beside me. And I get that. I get all that. But if I'm not out growing vegetables, and I'm not saying the accounting doesn't matter, but I'm at a point where again, that next step, you know, we need a board member who that's one of they're an accountant, that's something they give the organization every year is the professional bookkeeping experience.
I was gonna say.
Because I want to be beyond reproach. I want there to be complete transparency in that regard. So I don't want somebody to say, well, you're completely transparent, but it's a completely transparent mess, or you're completely transparent, but this is muddy, you know, because that's, and I realize that someday we can get away from all those paper receipts that I stuck in my wall that you can't read half of them because they're on thermal paper anyway.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of times I take the bank statement and I start looking at the transactions and I can barely read the receipts because the paper they're printed on now doesn't last.
Yeah.
So,
That was gonna be my other question too. Like the other aspect of this class, it's not only an accounting information systems class, it's a data analytics class. So would you be okay with us maybe looking at a year collectively of your financial statements and presenting creating a
You
data?
had to print them off of QuickBooks.
This one knows QuickBooks, right? Yeah.
Do you have QuickBooks Online?
Yes.
Okay, I could send you an account link, because I am one, and so then we can access it through that.
Yeah.
So it won't be like your access, it'll be an accountant's access.
Right, yeah, we had a board member who is a CPA, and, we did not have, another thing we have to purchase, you're talking about insurance, we don't have a board members and officers insurance policy, which I didn't even know existed until about 90 days ago, right?
Add that to your audit list.
When you're trying to attract professional board members, they're going to want to be covered from any liability. So that's $1,100 a year, $100 a month. Seems like everything's $100 a month, except accounting, it's $400 a month. You know, so and we're talking about small payroll. I'm the only check that's ever, well, except when another guy worked for us in 2016. So, yeah, I will tell you all this, and you know, there hasn't been the last transaction currently entered in QuickBooks. And
Yeah.
please be gentle with me here.
Yeah, I'm
was
putting my
June
auditor
30th,
earmuffs on.
2018. I've got all the receipts, I've got all the bank statements. What I did 18 months I did January 2016 to December 2017, all in about a 18 or 19 day spell in the wintertime when it's 30 degrees outside. And I sat down and looked at receipts and QuickBooks and bank statements until I thought my head was going to explode. So I am capable of doing it. I don't want to do it.
That's fair. Well, cool. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time. Thank
Yeah,
all
can
y'all for
visit
your good
Thunder Creek County
questions.
Farms on Facebook.